Hello, Phoenix Song here again, and I'm back doing a video on the MiniFreak. How I made this cool patch, walk through how this sound design went, play you a bit of it. It was just on the intro of one of my videos and pretty cool sound, so I just want to share how it is built. So what's going on there is the mod wheel is assigned to the pitch envelope fall time, and that's a big part of how it gets that punchy sound when I turn that up. So let's go into that. I think that's one of the most important aspects of doing this sound. And so you can see the mod matrix there. The important part is on assign to, that's assigned to the wheel. And what that is, see, we've got fall time. And what that is the cycling envelope is just to a normal envelope, and it controls the fall time. The rise is set to 0, and the fall is set to 0 until you make it go up to this. And so if you use the tool right here to go here, right, and then you click the matrix button, you can see the amount is set to 38.6. You know, other values would be fine too, but that is basically what it is. And then up here in the cycling envelope, it's set to pitch 1 and 2. So that is pretty simple, but you know, you just are controlling that pitch envelope basically with the mod wheel, and that's what makes a big part of the sound. The other parts of it are the two oscillators. So we have on 1, we have wave shaper, and 2, we have bass. By bass, that is the noise engineering oscillator / voice. What happens here is under the wave, the saturate's turned basically all the way up. The fold is turned up to 75-ish, and the noise is turned up to about 50, and the volume's all the way up. And then to the other, the wave shaper, tune is set to 0 basically. Wave is set to about there. And timbre is set to around 35. And so both of them are fully cranked up on the volume. Let's see if tune is turned. Let's see. Nope, semitone. Oh, this one is turned down just a detuned octave. That's pretty cool. So there's some nice things going on. Now obviously the effects are doing some things. I checked this out just to save time earlier. The low pass filter isn't doing too much. It's basically the cutoff set all the way up, and the resonance is pretty low, and the envelope is basically not doing anything. Let me. Yeah, so kind of neutral analog filter on this, mainly things that are going on with this. And you can hear all that motion going on. What that is the LFO here is set to the wave 1. So wave 1 is wave shaper, and that is this parameter. So it modulates the wave parameter, and that's pretty cool. So that's where all that's going on. So what is the LFO set to? We can find out that one. It's not that, it's LFO 1. So you can see it's set to LFO with random with slew. So let's try that. Yeah, so see that type of slew, sample and hold. So that's the type of one to create that motion. Rather than a sample and hold or one without any slew, it would be much more jagged sounding. Okay, so what are the digital effects doing on this? So we have 3, and you can see by the little light there that they are all on. Okay, so what are they? We have in effect slot 1, 3-band EQ, distortion on 2, and chorus on 3. So if you're over here and you just click this button when you're on them, that turns them off. So let's just see what this sounds like with all the effects off. Give it. So still cool, but you can see the distortion is probably giving it a lot more raging tone, but the tone is still there, you know, a lot of it. Yeah, so fundamentally the same thing, but when you turn these back on, you've got, oh, let me just turn that envelope. So what did I do? I turned on the distortion, I think, and let's turn on the chorus now. So there you get that sort of stereo sound with chorusing. Cool. And then the 3-band EQ. More subtle, but, you know, important to have that in the mix. So one thing I didn't cover yet is LFO 1 and 2 are also being used by assign 1, and that, if you hold that down, is assigned to shape 1. Okay, so let's go into that a little bit more. So LFO 2 is just a sine wave type LFO, a little bit slower. And so what number 2 is the timbre. Timbre is modulating with a sine wave to shape it over time so it doesn't sound so much the same. I think that's pretty much most of the sound in a nutshell. There's not anything else hiding out in this aside from, you know, it's not that deep of a synth compared to some synths. It's easy to use. It's easy to program quicker than some. And so, yeah, highly recommend it. But that is all that's going on with that one, and maybe to plant some seeds for other videos. Okay, Snow, that's the last one, I think. Okay, so this is the first one I made. Just a kind of a classic synth sound. And if you can see through all of these, let's see, I've made a lot of patches on this. I haven't used this as much lately because I've been busy making circuit boards and things like that, which I'll be talking about soon. But if you can see, there's just tons of, I went through a phase with this synth and programmed a lot of synth, so that's it. Yeah, I like that one. So there's a lot of neat tones on here. I'd love to show more about these later. Please like and subscribe. Get back on track here and fire up the channel again. I'm also going to be introducing some of my new modules that I've been building, and those are coming up soon. Thanks a lot.